Padawan Heat 1, where we're going to be having a match between Kyle Russell and Gray Dizzle, also known as Grayson. Kyle Russell's going to be playing Mundi with Vader 1, and Grayson's going to be playing Armor with Maul. These are some really cool lists. In the description below, I'll have the full list for you, so you can really see the entire list and its entire what's going on with those. And basically, but this is some really good gameplay here. Really excited to show you this match if you weren't able to watch it live, but here it is: Kyle Russell and Grayson.
What?
All right, so we did get Maul deployed on the top left of your screen, kind of right in front of that point, and now we have Vader across from Maul. So really, I mean, that's kind of like there's just going to be violence on the top side of that board between Maul and Vader.
I am ready to recreate that comic book where like Sith magic, like this is way before Clone Wars, but there's a comic book where like Sith magic revives Maul for this fight, and he has this epic throwdown with Darth Vader in the whole comic, and Vader only beats him by stabbing himself through the chest to kill Maul, like this behind the back thing. Such a good story.
Well, I don't know if they're going to do that with the model. That'll probably ruin his models. But I mean, I understand what you're saying. So we definitely.
Yeah, no. There's this epic line in there where after Maul's defeated, he asks Vader, "What did you hate enough to defeat me?" And Vader goes, "Myself." Yeah, it's not as good as the Fear and Dead Man book, but definitely up there. It's one of my favorites.
Fair enough. All right, now we get the armor getting deployed kind of up on top there. You're able to get some of the units out deployed onto the gantry.
Yep, that looks familiar.
Yep,
It's almost like somebody did that yesterday.
Yeah, you were playing on there, so yeah, he's got them deployed, and then of course the Mundi is getting deployed on the opposite side, opposite of the armor. So this will be an interesting one. I mean, Vader is all about violence, doing the wounds, and typically, like that was going to tax your economy, your force economy here, which isn't going to be happening now that you have the armor out there. So I think it was a good choice to bring him into there.
Yeah, I was really surprised. So yesterday was only the second time, because I don't get to play as much Shatterpoint as a lot of the players here, just busy life. But I was surprised with how much force I still had at the end of Struggle 3 in our game, because just between the armor keeping your costs down and Maul not really needing force, like the force economy is surprisingly good. But that's also true of the cam list. All right.
So the first draw was Bo-Katan, a pretty decent one, because now one of the things you can do with Bo-Katan here is kind of move her forward, get her bubble in a good position right off of the rip. Probably get her close to on that point too, on the left or the top of your screen there. So I think that's going to be pretty solid. That was a really solid thing, but it is definitely potentially putting her in range to just get one shot by Vader. Because that is going to be something that can potentially.
That's something to think about here,
right.
But. And it looks like with the on activation, is that the Covert that moved up, or oh no, it's Paz. So it looks like Paz got moved up with Bo-Katan's tactical ability. So which is a good plan, because Paz, while he has some really cool abilities, he can be a little slow. So you really want to try and get him up the board with either the armor or a Bo-Katan early on, and make sure that he can be in position to use some of his better abilities. Plus, he'll still be in range of the coverts if he comes up early enough for his.
Without a doubt. All right, so now we're looking at the
Vader,
and right on cue, after moving Bo-Katan up the board, we are seeing a Vader coming out. So it's going to be pretty. It might be some time for a little bit of violence here.
Woo.
We'll see what happens.
Murder, death.
Yeah, that's kind of what Vader does here. So yeah, you can't really see where Bo is. She's underneath that gantry, but she is kind of challenging that point on the top of your screen. But Vader over here on the left, I think probably with all of the stuff that Vader can do, we should be able to get up in there and kind of do his thing.
Oh yeah, it's funny. All right, so whenever I think of Vader running around the table, I think of the first level of the Force Unleashed game where he's just swinging into Wookiees, but he just does that stride thing, like he doesn't run, and then there's Shatterpoint where Vader can move halfway across the table right away because of Vader's fury. So. You know what? It's Vader. If he didn't hit hard, we would be complaining as nerds.
I mean, that's what we do as nerds. Is definitely like, I mean, that's kind of we wouldn't be us if we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and keep in mind, I mean, this Vader, he does have a range attack if he absolutely has to. Definitely doesn't want to.
Hey, it surprised Luke, right?
It did surprise him.
Luke thought he had the high ground. He learned from Obi-Wan, but so did Vader.
Right. I mean, so Vader's Fury. I mean, the nice thing about Vader's Fury, if he does decide to do that, actually, he went ahead and reserved Vader. Okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. ARFs are going instead.
Pretty interesting there. I mean, I don't blame him for it. So yeah, he does end up pulling the ARFs here. So we are going to go with them, but it is nice to have Vader in reserve.
This is why we're the talking heads and Kyle's the player, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a smarter choice. I mean, maybe not moving Vader up there to where, because then you're going to be
getting beat on.
Well, victim to like a Maul coming back down the chain and hit up like later down and hitting him. So maybe saving him for later is probably pretty.
There we go, Antonio. Thank you. I did not have time to Google that. I'm watching what's going on here. Looks like it's probably going to start off with a defensive maneuver from the ARFs. Is this where I'm supposed to say, "Who let the dogs out"?
I don't think so.
No.
I think there might be copyright problems with that too.
I'm singing it. I didn't pull up the song. Come on.
All right, so yeah, for ARFs it's going to be a pretty straightforward move. Maybe take cover.
Yeah, move, take cover. Well, they might be in range of pass. Nope, it's a take. Well, defensive maneuver, checking to make sure they're on the objective.
And typically, I mean, a lot of times what we saw with the ARFs, if you're playing like an all-Republic list, is you would kind of separate them on two sides of the board. But because you don't have Galactic Republic on the other side of the board, it's perfectly fine to not have them on the other side, so you can kind of focus fire on this side when they get it. So here we go. This is going to be kind of the flip-flopping that we do of the 3 points back and forth. So Kyle does score the 3 there with just basically doing a little bit of moving around and everything along those lines.
Yeah, it was just looks like take cover, move, defensive maneuver. So now they've got 2 hunkers, and the one ARF is back down below by the maintenance bay, and the other one's up on the bay. So there we are.
Okay.
All right.
So it looks like he pulled coverts. We're just waiting to see.
We're just waiting to see the card. There we go. Okay, we're like, where's the actual? Oh, and our fearless judge is bringing over the
nice little tickets.
prize wall tickets, and then the winner of the game gets that golden ticket.
But yeah, I mean, they get 15 tickets for each round that they play. I mean, so you're definitely, like I said, if you're just going and playing an event, you're going to get plenty of tickets to sit there and get some really cool stuff.
And I really like that because as players, yes, winning feels good. Winning is great. We like winning. But it's nice to see that there's you get something for coming all the way here, participating, love of the game, and then you got that fancy golden ticket for being the winner.
Right, exactly. All right, so he's basically moved those coverts here. Sorry about that. We'll get back on the camera there. He's moved the coverts right up to that point at the bottom of your screen to kind of challenge that. He's got both of them on that point to basically kind of steal that back. So I think that's going to be I believe he jumped and then moved, and now he's going to go ahead and put an attack into the ARFs here.
All right.
And yeah, I'm sorry. I know there's going to probably be a little difficult to see on some of these. So
there's a lot of glare, unfortunately.
That was a rough roll for Kyle there. 3 fails and 1 expertise on that is not going to look all that great.
No, and then And then while there were a couple of fails down here, for the most part, ooh, that's
So
going to be tough.
right. So I mean, overall though, I mean, it wasn't like too crazy. So it's 1 crit and 2 hits. So 3 down the tree basically is what we're looking at with this first attack from the Covert Mandos.
Well, wait, has he converted his?
He did. He went ahead and converted.
Okay. All right. Just looking. Yeah, no, that's gonna be a rough start there.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely kind of gonna hurt a little bit as we go through that. I mean, but overall, yeah, I mean, it is the Covert's punching a little hard on that one for sure.
3 damage, 2 shoves.
So right off the bat, right into the ARF, they take 3 damage, and they're shoved twice. So that's definitely something that they're gonna be feeling. I mean, in the RC, we all know the clones don't have a lot of hit points. I mean, the same thing again isn't going to do much, but he does push one back. Actually, he doesn't push him back. He's kind of just moved him on into a position. Because that ARF is right against the wall.
Yeah,
here.
that terrain, the terrain is blocking it. But
Yep.
I mean, again.
But here comes the second attack roll. Let's see how this one looks. Oh, brutal.
Whoa, Todd, stay away from the dice.
4 fails. That's just another. I think the ARFs, like, no matter what, are going to be going down here.
Ooh.
That's just. That was the kick. Just a kick, man. That is hurtful. Very hurtful. But yeah,
I mean, I love my Mandos, but that was whew.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, looking at this, even
that's a full tree, right? Yeah, full tree. Oh boy, that's not to mention. Look at those Kryze.
Right. Yeah. Well,
boy.
2 of them were from the expertise, but
Right.
still, that was pretty rough right there of a roll. So full tree, yeah. I mean, he's no matter what going to be doing a wound here on the ARFs.
Oh yeah, no. There's enough damage floating around there. And that's
I think it's just a matter of what he wants to where he wants to go with this, because you could shove or even reposition here. Depending on if he goes on the top. I mean, in a
so. I'm not even sure what. So he did go the reposition route.
So he did go ahead and basically he's going to shove. He's going to strain, disarm, and reposition. So basically now you're going to have a strain and disarm on the ARF. So when they do decide to wake back up, there is going to be at least 1 condition on there. I'm assuming they're probably going to remove that strain. To do what they need to.
Now, I mean, Cam does have some healing, so maybe they'll be able to remove that beforehand. But who knows? So that's a tough start too, because now if you want a coordinated fire expose, you're going to have to spend a force on it, and that's going to be a tough decision.
Right, and he's already spent 2 force, or I should say 1 force to reserve. So I mean,
and then 1 on the defensive maneuver.
I don't know if he did defensive maneuver or took cover and then moved. I think he took cover and moved. I'm
not
sure.
he defensive maneuver. Okay. He had 2 hunger tokens.
Got it.
Yeah. 2 forces spent. I can see it from here.
Okay, now I see it. Yep. But I mean, the one thing like we were discussed previously is one of the things that you need. So now he does have when the cam when an allied galactic character wounds an enemy unit. So I mean, like there's or not that, but like
the other ability,
the other part of the ability, he has that wounded unit to sit there and really kind of help with everything else. So
yeah, so that is the nice thing about Cam is that now when your characters get wounded, particularly the Galactic Republic ones, it doesn't hurt as much, but it still hurts a little. I mean, but with Shaak and Vader, we are sporting 8 force on that side. So
right.
I mean, that's a big pool.
You can be a little. It gives you the ability to use your force a little bit more. I mean, and especially with the reduction. I mean, because now you have the reduction in force because of having those wounded Galactic Republic units.
Going with Vader now out of reserve.
So it makes sense. Like now he's going to end up taking Vader out of reserve. So as of right now, we haven't seen the Shatterpoint card coming up for either one of the characters, but we have seen now the Coverts and Bo go, as well as the ARFs and now Vader. If you're keeping track at home.
Yeah, instead of hunting Jedi, it looks like we're going to be hunting Mandos today.
Indeed, indeed.
We got some movement going.
Yeah, just kind of bringing him up there. I think he just made that decision. Well, it's going to be difficult to flip the point at the bottom at this point in time because he has 2 bodies on there. You're going to have to get rid of 2 Mandos. So now he's just going to sit there and do his attack right into Bo-Katan.
Yeah, which is what we were expecting, just a little later.
Yep. Yeah, those ARFs took a beating there, Quincy. But again, I think that's kind of you're okay with that happening. Again, the defensive roll.
Forceful roll.
The defensive roll is not that great, but yeah, I mean, able to convert because she's got that Beskar armor is a little bit better for her. But overall, I mean, not a pretty decent roll. You've got 2 crits coming through. That's going to turn into a regular hit based off of the expertise there.
Yeah, so I mean, going pretty far down the tree.
Yeah, so 3 down the tree is pretty, or 4 down the tree, I should say, is pretty solid for Vader. So Bo's going to take 7 damage here. She's going to be exposed, and he's going to go ahead and do 2 shoves on her. So that 2 shoves usually always puts you off the point, no matter how you're positioned.
Yeah.
So he's going to get her off of there. So.
Well, she was on the objective, so steadfast.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yep.
But still, that should be enough. Yeah.
But exposing her is also good if there is a follow-up attack to come. For sure.
Yeah. No, Vader did Vader things. Was anyone surprised?
No, I don't think we ever are with Vader. I mean, he does good things. He does what we expect him to do. But yeah, I mean, but Bo being alive on 1 is going to be kind of the thing that the Shatterpoint special for sure.
Okay, looks like we're thinking about it.
Yeah, he's kind of on the making the decision. I don't think he's going to reserve. Yep. So he is going to go with the Clan Kryze here.
That's a pretty good follow-up here. We'll see which direction he goes. Looks like he might be.
Should we ideally would be moving in to be in that bubble of bows.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like he might be spreading them out a little bit.
I think so. Looks like
maybe he's just going for. He's trying to get up on that gantry there. Yeah. So kind of doing a little bit of setup for later in the game. He's
Well, it's always good to have the high ground. He did spend the Force to jetpack up there.
Yeah.
I mean, and of course, you always have the Mandalorians stronger together. So now he's going to be able to put a couple of attacks right there into Vader. With this.
And they do have those early shoves. So
they do. Kind of potentially push them off the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the shoves on 1 and 2, if they want to, can definitely do some really good things for them.
Oh yeah, no. Clan Kryze. I am so happy that they made the change so that you can play Mandos together. I love blue Mandos. They're so good.
Yep. All right, so here comes the attack. A lot of dice because of the focus that they get. Better roll, so pretty much statistically perfect roll there for Kyle. 2 fails, 2 expertise.
Yep, 2 of each. 2.
So we have 3 expertise on Grayson's side. Those will convert to a crit and a hit. So he's got a total of 3 crits, 3 hits. Now Grayson's going to go ahead and. I'm sorry, Kyle's going to go ahead. I'm going to get the names.
Who's playing? We got the names right there.
Right, we'll get the names going.
Pin exposed 2 shoves coming in on those from the first attack. Which is pretty decent. I mean, that's what you want from your blue Mandos.
And I believe it should be a total of
3 damage.
3 damage on him.
Yeah. Most often that's what you get with them because their third step doesn't have any damage. And then the next one, Ooh, the next roll was
4 blocks though. I mean, so that's it, no crits in here, but he still is able to go 2 down the tree. So
yeah.
definitely isn't going to get Vader, which we wouldn't expect. Vader's got a pretty
All
fair
right,
amount of health.
Wow. We're seeing Shove City on Vader.
Oh yeah,
He
Shove
went
City
he went
all
the 2
day.
Yeah, so 3 damage, 2 more shoves.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what you want from your blue Mandos. Is
right.
You're either pushing for days or pin push, whatever you need.
I mean, and basically, I'll pull up here. I get you back over to the screen. But Vader's basically kind of pushed almost all the way off the board. He's almost off camera at this point in time because of how far he pushed.
Right. You could barely see, like the little,
barely a piece
like
of him.
A little piece of the base.
Yeah. But he's almost off camera at this point in time. He's on the board edge so far.
You could see the shadow.
Right.
And
the younglings.
I mean, Padawans. Padawan Learners. Padawan Learners. I misspoke.
So here comes the Padawan Learners. This one might it's an interesting activation that you're going to have here because you already have the Mandos up far. Where do you want to go with them? They don't have a ranged attack on them. So do you want to put them up there in range with the Mandos? Do you not? So it'll be interesting to see what Kyle does here.
I mean, I feel like you do have to
put pressure on the point.
Put pressure on the Mando because by splitting the blue Mandos up like this, you do leave yourself a little bit open to getting shoved, getting shoved back off the point. So, but we'll see what Kyle does.
Right.
Again, already decision trees are changing a little bit here. I am excited. This might be my first time seeing the Padawan Learners get activated. I'm trying to think if I've played against them yet.
I have. I mean, they're very particular. I mean, you kind of, but I think.
Yeah, Kyle's going into the tank here a little bit.
He is a little bit, and that's fine. I mean,
it's early. It's early in the game.
It's early in the game. You have a lot of time. I mean, and it is kind of important because, if you look at where the struggle tracker is right at this point in time, it's 3 onto Grayson's side. He definitely wants to have a pretty impactful turn here if he can.
I'm seeing something fancy over here. See, Todd just ran away. Everyone, there's something good going on. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yeah. Wait, as you see, we're already deeply entrenched.
You guys doing good?
Oh yeah.
Great, man.
Yeah,
live right now?
We're live right now.
Great.
Woo!
Yeah.
Get it off. Great. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, thanks, man. Well, I might see you around all the
Yeah, I'll be around.
Yeah. Thanks, Ross.
Of course.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so Ross from Asmodee just showed up, coming by. Taking selfies with Ross. It's always a good thing. So Ross from Asmodee showed up from Atomic Mass to hang out and give us something.
Give us something? You're not even going to tell them or change the camera or do anything? Todd's teasing you all now.
Okay.
It's such a tease. Come on.
So just so I can show you really quick, during the weekend, I'm going to end up building the Ahsoka and Vader box. So they brought us over, and I'll go ahead and kind of open it up and show some of the contents after the round here. But yeah, basically got some really cool stuff going on, and with the con exclusive of this box. So we're gonna sit there and hang out and play that, build that up a little bit over the weekend, and kind of share our building fun and excitement with you guys.
Yeah, Ahsoka, I am no Jedi, Tano. Yeah.
But yeah, so it looks like he's got them up there pretty far. This is a pretty important activation for early in the game for Kyle. He really wants to make sure he's getting the most out of this activation.
Yeah, it looks like we're in the middle of a move action right here.
Yep. So he's got the one kind of up on the top, move the other one over there. So there's his move.
Probably gonna see a force rush.
I would think so. I mean,
his dash ability is.
Yeah, it's called Force Rush. I mean, I don't think you're going to get the full effect of it with the focus because of how far back everybody else is. Pushing pushing
Well,
Vader all the way back.
Oh, right. No, so Vader's super far away. Because I always forget, their ability is not Jedi. It's another
Force
allied
use.
Force user. So.
Yeah, it's a Force user.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that piece of it basically kind of is what's going to hurt. That's what made that all those shoves on Vader so impactful for this activation, because
Yeah, see, this is, again, the examples of high level of play. I would have tried maybe to pin Vader, but by putting him so far back...
So the Padawans are going into Bo.
Alrighty.
Yeah, like that
Going
definitely...
going for a wound here, likely.
Well,
looks like.
yeah, you only need one more, because Bo's are now on 7 out of her 8, so this should... And I believe her expose is gone at this point in time, if I remember correctly. But yeah,
can't see that, but regardless, I don't think she's within 3 of the objective anymore, right? So she doesn't have her bubble on, so... But they're doing all the measuring, they're figuring things out here.
Yeah. Kind of
Dice will be rolling shortly.
Okay, so here comes that roll. A momentum would be huge for Kyle at this point in time to kind of help him out a little bit.
Yeah, needs
shaking them dice up really good. Make sure they do that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. A lot of expertise and a lot of fails. So 3 fails.
That might
5 expertise.
That might be too much expertise.
But you look on the other side, it's 3 fails and 1 block out.
Okay. So this roll was all over the place for both of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna be I think the Padawans, even though it's not the greatest of roll for them, I think that it's gonna end up working out in their favor for them here, which is nice for it's good to see a little bit of back and forth happening there, like the dice being mean to both sides of the table for sure.
Dice will do dice things.
Right.
Can confirm.
So some shoves and a wound definitely on Bo here,
Right, which is what do we expect?
Yeah, like he only needed to do 1 more there, so that was not unexpected.
Yeah. So looks like.
And he should be have flipped that point back at this point in time.
So this is a pretty big turn.
So back onto 0. So kind of puts... They each get a momentum for landing on 0. Kyle ended up also getting that momentum because of the wound on Bo. So now we have wounds on both sides. The ARFs and the Bo are both kind of down.
And we got the flip. It looks like it might be Shatterpoint. Is it?
So he pulls the Shatterpoint card here.
It's Shatterpoint time. Maybe.
We'll see if he wants to use it or not.
Maybe.
He has to.
My guess would be now is a great time, but we'll see.
I think so. I mean, you have. I'm not gonna he does have Maul there that can just run up and punch those Padawans right in the face, flipping that point back.
As Maul should.
Yeah.
That is Maul's favorite thing.
Could flip that point back. And potentially get a wound there.
Yeah,
I don't know if
early.
That's
this is early on, though. You've got a lot of options. You could always wake up Bo again if you really wanted to, which I think can't tell if he's going. What is it? Armor. That was what I was gonna say next. I was like, or you could go with armor to start moving her up the field. Like there's a few options because she likes to hit things with that hammer, with the hammer and tongs. So looks like she's hunting. She's going Jedi hunting here.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, so yeah, right on her activated ability, she can move another allied Mandalorian. That's where she ended up moving Bo.
Yes, with wisdom of the Mandalore. So we got a couple of hop, skippy jumps, and now waiting to see what's going to happen next. I'm sensing an attack very soon. I'm hearing the music from the show in my head. Whew. Ooh, wow. So they're both exposed, and a focus attack into the Padawans. I think the Padawans are not long for this world.
Yeah, I mean
you do have to get pretty far down the armorer's tree, but with an expose, you get there.
Right.
Let's see what we got here.
It's been a rough roll for both of these guys. Kyle's dice have not been very kind to him. Like again, 3 fails, 1 block, 1 expertise. Then on the other side, you're looking at 3 crits, 4 hits. I mean, 5 hits.
The one block gets turned into a fail.
Someone's going to need to give Kyle a hug after this struggle.
I need
I'm feeling some
I think we might need
right
some
now.
first aid over here at the table.
Like,
Ooh, that is a full treat.
Sacrifice these dice so they're not doing nice to him, nice things to him right now. But
Right.
it's early in the game. You still got 2 struggles. I think I like knock it down on yourself, knock it down on the game. And just kind of let it happen to you. Like
refocus.
Yep.
But I mean, we're seeing a full tree from the armor, and remember, hers is I believe he's on the. Well, let me find out. Hey, is he? Which side is he on? Is he on the hammer side?
So yeah, on her hammer side is that.
Wait, how much damage?
So 9 damage on the Padawans. So that will end up wounding them.
Oh yeah, they're
strain
extra
and
crispy.
exposed. So because he did almost the full tree here.
Say again.
Oh, so he did the full tree. So yeah, strain, exposed, disarm on the Padawans.
Whew. I think that's the first time I've seen the full tree of the armor. Because remember, you can go all the way up and around and down.
Yeah, so there is a total of 7 steps that you can go on her tree on the hammer side. So
Whew.
definitely.
That's a tough one right there.
It was a little brutal for
Always hammer side. Yeah, you're not wrong. Not wrong. It's always hammer time.
Oh my lord.
Come on, Todd.
Already we're starting with them, but that's all right. We'll get there. But yeah, no, I mean, so it's going to be. So now Shaak T is up for Kyle.
All right. So I am definitely a Shaak T believer, man.
Yeah,
Shaak T did some work during our game, and got some people coming over watching the game.
Some of our locals from
here.
a different other games that we know, but one of them for sure is an amazing painter. He's here for one of the painting competitions and everything along those lines. So pretty.
Oh yeah, don't forget, like the whole other half of AdeptiCon is just hobby. Like you could come here and just spend the whole time painting and learning new techniques.
Oh yeah, painting classes started yesterday. So they got going early. But yeah, there's like I said, there's the Worthy. I mean, if you're playing other games, there's of course the Golden Demon for the other people. So there's all sorts of different painting competitions that you're going to see here. I love walking around and just looking at the amazing artwork that people do. I mean,
oh yeah. And at LVO there was some awesome painting happening, and I expect to see even more here.
Yeah, I mean, with this having the Worthy, I mean, you're going to have a lot. This is the painting competition, the AMG painting competition that people are always kind of building themselves up to be in, and work their way out to. So I am excited to see the different things. Is Jonathan Ho going to three-peat as winning the Worthy, or is there going to be some new blood that comes out? But this
we'll see.
We're pretty. This is pretty important right now for Kyle, because we are right. The struggle tracker is right there against all of the momentum that Grayson has.
I'm sensing some big action right here. Yeah, it looks like we're talking about some placement stuff here.
Was it force? It looks like
yeah, that's what I expected. A force repulse is happening, so now they're resolving that. We got a little bit of terrain in the way. That maintenance bay is an excellent piece of terrain in showing you all the different terrain rules of Shatterpoint. Like, you're always looking around trying to figure out where can I push things, what's happening. And now that the way is clear, Shaak T is gonna get up there and
flip the point back.
So that's pretty important here, because some of those dice rolls are.
Yeah, I mean, so it does score basically 3 points, moves it back this way, gets the momentum, but now here we are.
Armor is flipped. Let's see.
Flip the armor. Going to decide whether they want to go with them. I mean, you could very easily, depending on what you do, either try and just flip a 4th point to sit there and score out, or go try and get a wound and score with your 3. there's options here to end this one at this point in time. So that's kind of what he's looking at, is mulling the options of where to do with your activation, what to do with your activation at this point in time.
I almost wonder if we might see him reserve armor here, because no.
I don't think so. I think in all honesty, I think you're really kind of wanting to.
Nice.
I think you're ultimately. I think you're wanting to just end the struggle here if you can, and get up 1-0. I think is really kind of what you're looking at wanting to do.
All right. Yeah, and looks like Grayson agrees. He's using Wisdom of the Mandalore to put one of those coverts back up there with Shaak T, and then probably we're going to see. Yeah, the armor is going to go in there and use that hammer on a Jedi, another Jedi.
I mean, she could just jump on up there actually too.
Right.
And now you have two people on the point.
Two people on the point.
Now you're flipping that point. You have 4. Yeah. That just scores you out. But of course.
But rolling dice is more fun, Todd.
It is. I mean,
we don't have to.
I'm
stop
not saying
there.
that you can't do that. I'm just saying that you. So basically, going to put an attack right now into Shaak T here and see what happens. I mean, armor hits hard. We know we've learned this for sure.
Hey, looks
All right.
like Kyle's dice woke up.
They did finally. No expertise at all.
Yeah, no, that's just strikes all the way down.
Strikes and 3.
Good thing that there's 2 bodies on that point, because this attack doesn't look like it's going to do a whole lot here.
Nope. Oh, but she was exposed. So, but still will score the 4 points and the struggle. So that is going to be struggle 1 going to Grayson.
While they're setting up, I'm gonna run. UAV.
You got it, Aubrey. You got it. All right, and yeah, we're going to transition over to struggle number 2. And Kyle's kind of mulling over his options of where he wants to set up the points and everything along those lines. So we'll just take a look as he's looking. He wants to definitely make sure he's choosing the easiest route to score some points and everything here. So let's see what he decides to go with. Now going into struggle number 2, we know there's 2 cards left for Grayson. That's Maul and Paz Vizsla. Kyle is going to have Obi and Kiadi and his Shatterpoint in there. So he's got some pretty good activations left coming, especially with Shatterpoint still being available to him, to end up basically doing some stuff with all of that. Of course, still has the wounded Padawans, wounded ARF. So both of his supports are wounded at this point in time. Bo is wounded. I don't believe there was any other wounds out there on anybody else for for Grayson. So not a lot of damage being pushed out at this point in time. But yeah, Kyle's in the tank, just kind of really mulling over exactly where he wants to go with these points. Taking a look and trying to see what options are going to be best for him, because this is pivotal to try and make sure that he's getting out there and hitting exactly the points he needs to, because you need a quick struggle 2 while still kind of putting yourself in a position to take advantage of wherever you're going to be for struggle 3. But yeah, winning that struggle 2 is the most important thing that he's going to be working on, focusing on in the time being. All right, yeah, still kind of making that decision, kind of seeing where he wants to go with everything. He's gone in the tank deep on this one, and I appreciate that, though. It definitely wants to make sure that he's getting making the right decision. But I think there's sometimes where it's like you don't want to also second guess yourself, too. So he's going to go with the bottom right, it looks like, or the bottom on the right side, top on the left, and it looks like going to be on that top point in the center is going to be the other one as well. So like definitely some, and the priority is the fail, which is going to be the back point. I don't think anyone is on that at this point in time. Sorry about that, guys. Just need to make sure that talk to our guys on the board there and everything like that. Make sure we're good to go. And just getting that marked for everybody to make sure we're good to go with all of that. But yeah. So we did get a reveal of Mundi, it looks like, but he decided to go ahead and put Kiadi into reserve, and it's going to have Obi 2. And like I said, we do know the priority point is the top there. I don't really think we can get Obi all the way back there. It doesn't look like he has anybody, like I said, on that point to help out there at all. So looks like it's going to be an interesting activation. You might be, because with Run, you can probably get Obi. Yeah, you can probably get Obi all the way up to, I don't know what he's like. Is he trying to get like maybe? Okay, so he's got Obi all the way to the front there. He's not going to be on that point, but it probably maybe just an attack. See if he can potentially get a reposition off of this attack. I think that might be kind of where he's trying to go with it. So going into that melee attack into the Clan Kryze.
I mean, Obi-Wan's got some good stuff on his
yeah, Obi-Wan definitely does.
Tree, so probably hoping to hit one of the he's got like a jump and a reposition.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that's what he's doing. If he can get 3 down his tree, it's definitely going to be a reposition on that is where he's really trying to get to.
Yeah, Obi-Wan is deceptively fast because he can use the run on himself, then he has his movement, and then on his tree, which, ooh.
Pretty rough again. Those fails are just hitting him. And it's not my dice, so I'm glad to say that it's not my fault.
I think it's because you're within range 3 of the dice, Todd.
No, definitely outside of range 3.
Come on.
But I still think with his expertise, that might end up getting him 3 down the tree.
Obi-Wan's expertise is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, he had 3, so it's going to be a crit and a hit. So it's definitely going to be able to get him where he needs to go. And in that reposition to flip that point is really kind of what we're looking at.
3 down Obi 2's tree, 5 damage, a heal and a shove.
5 damage, heal, and a shove.
Yeah, but 5 damage onto the Clan Kryze.
That's pretty good.
It is good. I mean, they haven't had any damage put into him yet because they've just been kind of chilling out there. So definitely worthwhile, a worthwhile attack. I mean, it does. He definitely gets Obi back onto that point, as you can see, which is going to basically help him score 2. So definitely pretty solid from that 1 point, I should say. Plus, he gets another point on the back point as well. So he's got those 2 points pretty locked in.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good start. Yeah.
It is a good start. So now the block, so that's the point that he already has in the back with Mundi on that point. So in order to get that, he's gonna have to come and take it. Again, he has Maul and he has Paz Vizsla. I don't see Maul getting all the way back there, and I don't see Paz Vizsla getting all the way back there. So basically, yeah, and that's what he's kind of looking at is where can he go with this. So based off of these activations, and he did pull Paz Vizsla, as we can see here.
And this is where you kind of see somewhat the weakness of Paz when he goes late and you've already moved all your supports up the field. He loses some of that activation efficacy.
Right. So and he is going to use the force here, put him into reserve.
Yeah.
which will bring up Maul.
Yes. Which I think it's definitely time to get some revenge on Maul's hated enemy, Kenobi.
I mean, Kenobi's a juicy target right there.
Mhm.
He basically moves him right up. He is probably going to use the pull him towards him to expose him.
Well, I mean, if I remember right, he's immune to.
Oh, he is immune to it, isn't
Yeah, he is immune to that expose. So
he? Not even worth it, really.
yeah. I mean, he might still like. I'm trying to look at the. Oh, I see what he's doing. Yeah, I was gonna say he's got to change the angle there a little bit to. Looks like he used force speed.
The force speed, and then pulls him off of the point.
Yeah, to then he's gonna try and pull him past him.
Yeah.
Trying to see the angle. The boxes are exactly in the way from us, like looking at it there. So let's see from the heads up.
Yeah, pulls him right past him.
Yeah,
and
he did the
gets
thing.
him right underneath that gantry.
Yeah.
So that's going to basically, if he's taking the damage on that, that adds an extra dice into his attack roll. So basically, we're going to look into this attack here.
Yeah, he'll get one more dice, but now the question is are these the droids you're looking for? Because
he's going to
we
maybe
do
mind
have
trick
two.
him a
Yeah,
little bit.
we do have 2 force available for mind trick, but we'll see.
He does, but he also has Kiadi and his Shatterpoint upcoming.
Right, which means you may.
So it looks like he did. He did go ahead and because there was not an attack that took place. Now we do get the Shatterpoint card.
Yep. Okay.
For Kyle. Yeah, so he does have the Shatterpoint card. It's going to be interesting where your attack is. Do you want to Shatterpoint Vader, bring him forward?
Right. You need Daddy Vader back in the fight, I think.
You do. I mean, and you can do some. You can get Vader. It looks like Vader probably from where he is on the top of the screen. You probably could get him up into melee range with Maul to try and do some interesting things there, because Maul, like you said, took 3 damage already. You just have to do 8 more if you want to sit there and get that Vader damage in there.
Well, Vader could definitely do it. That's for sure. Just got to be careful though, because Maul doesn't like getting hit in melee. He likes to crack. He likes to crack back if he can. So we'll see what the decision is here.
That is very true. I mean, and Vader does have 6 damage on him already from the previous attack. So I mean, it is it is very risky to sit there and make that decision, or to try and see if that's the way that you're going to go with it. But yeah, Kyle's definitely given it some thought, and it's worthwhile. And
Shatterpoint turns are always tough. You always got to take a few minutes, look at your best options, and
yeah, definitely looking at the options. Oh, so he does have the priority point. He did roll the block there. So
it is a Vader.
It is going to be a Vader activation. So there's a couple different ways. Again, yeah, he can go here, because there is also that point up top. Maybe not going after Maul, instead going up to that point on the very top and just taking that point back. If you're not attacking with Vader, though, that's going to be an interesting, because I think that's probably part of what he wants. Like the smartest thing probably to do is to go take that point with Vader. But are you really getting a worthwhile attack off and making the most out of it?
Oh. Fulcrum and Vader 3 are up on the Asmodee store.
Yeah, I'm not sure as far as shipping. I mean, that's something like you might have to look if they are able to ship internationally. I do also know that like they are trying to do other cons for that box. So there are going to be other places where you're going to be able to sit there and see that and take advantage of everything that has to offer. Not shipping to the UK.
Sorry, Quincy.
I mean, I know that I mean, like the nice thing, what I love about what they're doing is even if you can't get it now, they are going to make it available for everyone to get the models. Like maybe not with the actual diorama that it comes with, which is amazing, but you'll still be able to get the models down the road.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, so Vader basically kind of moves forward with his Vader's Fury. has enough damage to already wound the Clan Kryze, so they're going to be going down no matter what. But he's still going to sit there and roll his attack into
gotta
them.
do more.
So let's see what this roll looks like. So overall, again, Clan Kryze, their armor is fantastic. Basically, they have the total of 3 blocks here. The expertise from Vader, he's still going to get some pretty good stuff there. With 3 expertise, it doesn't quite a bit.
But again, foregone conclusion, the Vader's Fury damage is already going to take him down. So now we're just looking to see what the rest of the result is.
Right. And Vader, if you remember going back, he was pinned. So basically he was only able to he made the move to clear the pin, and then he had to do Vader's Fury to actually get up onto the point. I don't think he cleared the exposed, so there still is an exposed Vader that's going to be sitting up there with 6 damage on him. So this will be interesting, like what's going to happen, because you can put an attack into him.
Yeah. Of course, reminder, the next activation on Grayson's side is going to be...
No matter what, his Maul. Or not Maul.
No, Paz.
Yeah, so Paz is in reserve. Yeah, so, I mean, but looking here, and Paz still isn't going to be able to get much of in the way of a point. I don't think he can really do enough to flip that point with Vader, because the Clan Kryze are down. And they're kind of just looking at what's available, what's hurt, what's not type of a thing, and trying to just kind of speculate on what he can do. Because, again, Clan Kryze are kind of like back at that left on Grayson's side, kind of, or not Clan Kryze, but Paz is down at the bottom there, at that bottom point on his, like closest to him. So moving him around isn't going to do a whole heck of a lot unless he's trying to get to take out where Vader is, and it's not going to be that much. Moving the one, basically with his Paz Vizsla, moving somebody over, getting close to that other point, but I still think he's only got 1 on the point at this point in time, if that, so he's not going to be able to flip it back from Vader. Paz is going to kind of go over here, and maybe they soften somebody up for the next round, maybe kind of move him into position for struggle 3, because if he only scores 1 point here, if he only scores 1 point here, Kyle could potentially take struggle 2 down in the next activation.
Yeah,
especially because he has Mundi.
This is a bit how Sabotage Showdown goes, though. Like it can be a very long struggle 1, but then that is made up for by the fact that struggle 2 tends to just go lightning quick. Right.
Yeah, and is a pretty quick one here. Kind of just checking out to where he has a good attack. It looks like he might be contemplating going into Shaak T, trying to get her completely down for the.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely a range attack going into Shaak T, which kind of was expected here. I think that was like the easiest target that he had. Oh, there's a lot of crits in there. So 3 crits, 2 hits, 1 expertise. 3 blocks and an expertise for Shaak T, so about the best he could hope for. I mean, with it, all things being considered, that's about the best he could hope for.
Yeah.
So that turns into 1 strike I'm sorry, 2. I forget it's Paz. Paz 1 expertise turns into 3 strikes.
He's got that Gatling gun.
Right.
More Daka. Daka.
All right, so basically the other expertise will turn into another block. Blocking 4, but that still gets to go 5 down the tree. That's going to basically put a wound on Shaak T.
Oh, yeah. Good to see ya. Yeah, all right. We got more people visiting us, but don't worry. We're still going through here. Looks like doing scoring. Yeah, 9 damage and a pin going into Shaak T. Whew. Oh boy, that's a lot there. All right. Okay, so Grayson's doing a refresh there, and it looks like we got Kiadi's finally going.
The problem is I don't want to have him just standing around, but I don't want to have him on like in the middle of like the top, like that would be the top 8 round.
Yeah, we're doing. Todd's doing some scheduling. We've got some nice interviews lined up. I don't know exactly which individuals we're gonna get, but we're gonna have some interviews later. So they're figuring out the schedule right now. In the meantime, we are looking to see where our favorite cam is going to go on the table here. Oh, let's see. Giving you the top-down view again. Let's see. Because right now it's going to be pretty important to maybe try and get a wound, flip an objective. Okay, so we're seeing a force push on Armorer from Cam. Let's see. Oh, looks like we're checking on the priority roll there. All right, so just scoring out. Now we're gonna see a refresh, and looks like the flip from Grayson is Paz, so he's probably gonna decide if he wants to do that or go with someone else. Doing some quick measuring. Yeah. I got Todd talking over here, so I'm like, what's going on? All right. This is the stage of the game where we've got players thinking pretty hard about, are they going to reserve? Are they going to go? Grayson's thinking about this. Looks like he is going to go with Paz. Let's see. Thank you, Izzy. Making sure. So we had Paz Vizsla come up, and it looks like he is going to go with doing some measuring now.
Yep, had to step away for a second there. Sorry about that, everyone. Basically just kind of trying to lock something in. So Saturday, since we are going to have the reveal on, we are going to be having the reveal for Friday night with all of the different the reveals that they do. So Saturday after the last round of Shatterpoint here, I am going to be interviewing Will Shick.
Hey,
yeah, so we'll have Shaak on,
right.
and which will be nice because we can just sit there and discuss everything from the reveal at that point in time. So I will definitely be going and having some questions with you.
All right, so we've got an attack.
Attacked by Paz Vizsla. The dice have not been very kind to Kyle. He's been over the average percentages that you would expect for fails for most of this game.
Yeah.
So dice have been dicing for him. for sure.
Statistics average out over time, but this one does not feel like
Yeah,
they're averaging out.
Yeah, definitely
Not in this game.
Not in this game for sure. I think he's still going to end up being able to pull the struggle out, depending on how everything plays out for sure. But Paz doing some moving around, some and everything along those lines. After that, attacks and post-attack shenanigans, as we see. I think he's trying to see if he can get onto that point and maybe like push Vader off of the point. Is really kind of what he's trying to look and see if he can do. Another angle right there is a little difficult to see, but yeah, it gives Vader one shove. Based off of where the tower is, unfortunately, we can't really see where where that point exactly is. So he's might be a little off at that point.
Would you say we don't have line of sight to that objective, Todd?
Well, where we are, yes. But so they're kind of just discussing out like what they're doing and everything along those lines. 4 damage, shove exposed into Vader. So I think that puts Vader at 10 damage, so he should be alive still. I don't believe there was another attack into him.
Yeah. Clinging to life.
Yep.
Definitely more machine now.
But only moves at 1 point. So depending on this roll here, with this priority roll, is going to dictate a lot for Kyle and how this will work out. He does get the expertise.
Yes.
So that is going to be that top point that I believe he already has. He does pull Vader, so this is going to be interesting on whether he wants to have Vader now or if he wants to wait and save him for the next, because basically he's automatically scoring 3 points here. He's winning the struggle.
I have a feeling we're going to see a reserve.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. He's thinking, contemplating, going to go ahead and reserve Vader, which makes 100% sense.
That makes sense.
And the Padawans. I think this is fantastic for him in all reality. Yeah, makes perfect sense here because the Padawans are kind of
He's trying to steal my birthday presents over here. Come on now.
He's one of the weakest of the activations that we have out there.
Izzy, remember, everyone came here to celebrate my birthday. You can't take my birthday presents. Right, Todd? That's why we're having this event this week, is because it's my birthday?
I don't believe that's the thing.
Oh, you think the Adepticon staff did not take my birthday into account when planning this event?
They didn't care about you at all.
Wow. Do you care about me, Todd?
Not right now. Not that much now.
Come on.
No, I mean, but so yeah, I think he's just kind of contemplating where he wants to. Like, ultimately, right now, you're literally kind of looking at what's going on for Struggle 2 here, or Struggle 3, I should say. Like, where...
Yeah, now's the time to work on setting up...
Because you are waking them up. The Padawans do have the one so, debating... It looks like he's going to remove the disarm.
Is that a Quinjet? What's on that... Sorry, a staff member just walked over with a giant ship on his head.
The things that you see at Adepticon.
Yes, what happens at Adepticon stays at Adepticon, I suppose.
No, that doesn't work.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of LVO. My bad. I grew up in Nevada, Todd. It's all Vegas all the way down. Right.
So just measuring out some points, kind of like trying to see where he can go. I mean, there's a lot of different options as far as like where you're going to be for the different points and everything along those lines. So I think that's kind of where we're at right now. Is just trying to determine what the points are that we're going to try and be on, and everything along those lines. Of course, this is just not public information, so to speak. So you definitely want to make sure that you're knowing where all the different mission packs and where potentially you can be with everything like that. So I think that's kind of what he's planning on trying to do here.
And the dual pack is sold out. Oh boy.
The dual pack is sold out online.
Online. Oh yes, sorry. Online on the Asmodee website. I have no idea what's going on here. We are watching this game. Thanks for the heads up, Dion. That did not take long.
I did not expect it to take that long. To be 100% honest. So it looks like we got an attack by the Padawans coming in here.
Hey, the younglings got to pull their weight.
Please do something. Well, I mean,
Whoa. Okay. So finally,
so the dice have turned on Grayson. Like, basically just one block there. There's 2 crits, 3 strikes, plus their expertise, which their Padawans, their expertise isn't that great.
Yeah. Man, it looks like Paz forgot his Beskar armor at home. He's wearing the cheaper stuff. You know, sometimes you gotta sell your armor to get some fuel. Bring it to the pawn shop.
Whatever's best for the covert, you know. Sometimes you have to sacrifice for the greater good.
We do not know, Trevor. I've been putting feelers out, but so far everybody's too busy.
Okay, a little bit better of a roll. Three blocks here.
That's more standard.
A lot of all expertise on this one by the Padawans. So,
okay, Padawans.
Yeah, and as we know, they don't have the greatest of expertise jars. So, but yeah, so he healed all. Like the biggest thing that happened here was all the status conditions that were on Vader are gone. Again, Vader is only alive on 2, but
those status conditions are one of the ways you try to slow Vader down.
And yep, so not having them is definitely going to it. So now we're setting up for struggle number 3. And it's straight down Broadway, basically, is what we're looking at here for the...
Okay.
Straight down Broadway. So the 3 across to the top. Vader's on 1. It looks like one of the Mandalorians is on that, like within 2 of the center objective, but not on top. I don't think there's anybody under the gantries as far as I can tell. And he did get the center point there as well. So here we go, right down Broadway for the game. So that is 1 struggle apiece.
Yep, we got ourselves a hallway scene. So coverts are up.
So yeah, did pull the coverts here, which in all honesty is a pretty good pull for them right
That
here.
would make sense to me too, Brandon.
Yeah, coverts here because like the nice thing with coverts is like you can get all of them on points. So you're basically going to have your coverts on 2 separate points here, and the priority point on top of that.
Yeah.
So it's...
And it looks like the coverts hop-skippedy jumped over to armor to get their focus and are now jumping up onto each of the bottom 2 objectives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with Shaak and the ARFs both being down right now.
Yeah, no, this is where the Mando's mobility really shines because you definitely can get around the table with most of your models.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. So yeah, looking pretty good here though. Going to be a lot of dice I think going to be rolling here because of the focus with the coverts that they got. So he's just kind of thinking through exactly where his attack is going to go and who's in the order in which he's going to attack.
Right. Definitely have a few options from here, especially since you can do that ranged attack into got a few juicy targets.
Yeah, I mean you have Kiadi down there who should be in range. I believe the ARFs are down at this point in time. I don't believe they will connect yet.
They haven't gone yet. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, everybody's up except for Shaak and the ARFs on Kyle's side.
All right, so here we go, an attack going in.
Yeah, good luck, Trevor. There's a lot of cool stuff running around. There's a bunch of nice Shatterpoint stuff in the swag bags that the VIPs got. And
So 3 expertise,
wait,
2 hits.
did you say end of the ARFs? Are the ARFs up? Oh, the ARFs are up. Okay.
Yeah, I thought they were.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
I wasn't sure. The only reason, like that, when they started measuring, I'm almost positive they did. But still, yeah. I mean, 1 block expertise turning into a second one. That's pretty brutal into the ARF there.
Yeah. Guess I should say they're up for now.
Right. I don't know. It depends. I don't know if he's gonna. Well, I think he might be in range to get us that second attack off on them. So let's. Kind of depends on. There is a decision to be made with all of this at this point in time.
Yep. He's going into the tank a little bit, thinking about this next attack. Because again, the Mandos don't hit the hardest. They are all about their shoves and their mobility. And although the way the dice have been going, who knows?
Yeah.
The Mandos have been hitting above their weight class, it feels like, in this game.
A little above is for sure.
Okay, so
here comes the second attack.
Covert's into Obi-2.
Covert's into Obi-2? Oh, that's what the contemplation was, basically, if he's
Yeah.
going to be using Mind Trick or not here.
Yeah. Okay, now we know why everybody was in the tank on that one. That makes sense.
So 2 blocks and
Okay.
2 expertise on
Here's,
Obi.
Here's some more average rolling. All right, there we go. Although still very good attack.
Yeah, very good attack. Looks like he's just going to get those 2 crits to go through is what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. Yeah, I love how clean Obi's expertise chart is.
So 2 damage, a shove, and a strain basically is what he's going to get out of this one. Yeah, I mean, that was a more Obi type of attack. I mean, I think that was pretty solid to not Mind Trick there. It's not really going to be very impactful on how everything goes with everything. So now here's where the scoring is going to go. I believe that'll be 3 points that Grayson's going to score on this one because he's going to score those 2 points.
Yeah. And yeah. 3 points. There we go. All right. So now we're going to see the flip from Kyle, and it is Vader.
Vader again. Well, yeah, he had Vader in reserve. So I think it was Vader in reserve. Took the. Gonna have the shield.
Let's see.
Shield being their priority point
Looks like we're gonna
is
see
pretty good
Vader's
for him.
Fury here, looks like.
Yeah, but having the shield is pretty good for him because that's the point he already had.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Definitely a good start. So now he's just trying to see where what he can do with all that because Vader can come and just punch those Mandalorians pretty solid.
Oh yeah, I called it when we got these 3 objectives. I'm like, we're going to see a recreation of the hallway scene here at some point.
So basically, he's just going to climb, like use his first action to climb after Vader's Fury.
I don't know. Vader doesn't climb. He's going to levitate his TIE fighter up while he's standing on it. Come on. This is Vader. He's got to be edgy about it.
Fair enough. So yeah, he's going to come up to the top now, and basically, it looks like he's probably just going to swing a lightsaber straight into that Covert Mando's face.
Yep. I love the Covert Mandos, but I don't. Sometimes you're the club, and sometimes you're the SEAL. Oh, a coordinated fire too.
Coordinated fire, because you know who is the best Galactic Republic primary, Aubrey? That's right, it's Darth Vader.
I don't want to hear about it, Todd.
No, it's true.
This is 10 years into the Empire's reign.
No, he is the best primary in the. Whether you want to believe it or not, Aubrey, we have just hit mission critical as well.
Mission
So
critical
1, 2,
time.
Looks
Here
like
we
2
go.
fails. 3. Those 3 get blocked. There is 3 expertise though, so that's going to be quite a bit of. I believe that's going to be 5 down the tree. Looks like.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So with Mission Critical, we're probably going to start seeing quite a few of these rounds coming to or these games coming to an end. Like I said, looking out on the floor, Mr. Hawkins has already won. Looks like Duncan, he has won. So Mr. Godliness himself, Houndoom has won. Alan Weber's won. Sebastian Sonny's won. Yeah, so looking through. One of our local Sheev representing the momentous struggle himself has won. So shout out to our boy, one of our local boys here with the big win. Brady. Brady got the loss, unfortunately.
Yeah.
There's still quite a few games going on right now. I mean, like I said, we just
over
hit Mission Critical.
half of the results about it.
Yeah. So they're starting to roll in the Longshanks and everything like that, but it looks pretty solid up there.
Yeah, we figured.
And that was the one shot on the Coverts. We're not that surprised by that, of course. There is a that is kind of what Vader does by all means. He does go ahead and beat up on people. So that will flip the point back. He's going to score the 3 on that one.
Brandon, is this the power of the Dark Lord compels you? Yeah, no, not yet.
Yeah, Hawkins was the buy.
Yes.
So definitely got the easy win for the first round. So that's pretty good for him. I think with his wanting to make top 32 for sure.
So Vader just pulled a Mace Windu on the Coverts, in case anybody was wondering.
So Vader did to the Coverts what he did to Mace Windu. Is that what you're saying?
No. What Mace Windu did to Jango.
He cut his arm off and threw him out the window.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
he is on
fine,
an elevation, so like if there was windows on the gantry.
Yes, there are windows. We just can't see them because it's top-down mode. They're
because
clear.
they're clear. They're made of glass.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now we did score there. Oh, he scored. Did pull Shatterpoint, so now we've got some time to think here a little bit.
Yeah, it's always an in the tank moment, especially here now that Mission Critical has been called. The math changes a little bit. You really got to think.
Oh, with the Coverts going down, one-shotting them. Shaak T? No, the ARFs are still awake.
Yeah.
So he took that point at the bottom back, so has all 4 points. So that's where it is kind of important to see who he's going to go with. So that was a big swing for Kyle. Giant swing for Kyle.
Yeah, having control of all 3 points at this juncture means that Grayson's really going to have to think hard about this Shatterpoint play. Looks like we might be seeing He keeps looking at his Paz. I don't know. Or maybe he's looking at Maul. They're right next to each other, so
I would think
Maul's
would be the way to go.
Yeah, Maul's a pretty good play. Like if you ever need to influence multiple points. Oh, no, looks. Oh no, he's just shatterpointing the coverts.
Okay.
All right.
I mean,
they're back up and.
Yeah, I mean they could influence 2 points to go with them. I mean, so it does make sense to a certain degree.
Well, and they have the early shoves too. So that tracks.
I mean, and also keep in mind that Vader is only alive on 2.
Right. Yeah. No. This we actually could see immediate revenge for that getting yeeted out a window.
Right. Exactly.
As the cool kids used to say 3 years ago.
Maybe so.
Focus fire into Vader.
Yep. Focus shot into Daddy Vader.
All right. Let's see what we get with the focus and the attack into Vader.
Phew, those dice.
Yeah, 3 fails, 1 block, 1 expertise. That really is kind of a pain there.
Yeah, that's
The defensive dice have really been letting Kyle down today. Unfortunately, it is kind of a rough one for him.
Yeah.
I guess
That is the thing about dice games.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have good rolls, you're gonna have bad rolls.
But one success was going to do it. Like there was
Well,
one
right,
shove,
yeah.
you know,
This is-
one shove was going to get him off of the point. It's only going to flip the 1 point though.
4 damage, strain, shove into Vader, take him out.
Yeah, so there isn't. Vader goes down because he did 4 damage total, shove strain. But the biggest thing is here, he's going to get the momentum for that. He's going to get another momentum for this being mission critical.
Yep.
He is going to score that center objective. I don't see him. Shaak, or the ARFs are still up, so he's not going to be able to take either one of the other points. So he's really only getting 1 point off of this.
Yeah. He still has his second attack, right? He's only done the one
He
in the Vader.
does. I guess, yeah, he might be able to take the ARFs out with that second attack.
Let's check. Is he? Do ARFs have any damage on him? How much?
Yeah, and the ARFs are currently sitting on 4 damage, so
So yeah, there is a
chance to
here.
flip that other point. And yeah, that is a pretty easy target for him. So we'll see where it
Oh,
goes.
but
with this.
is Obi underneath that?
I don't believe so. I think Obi is on the other side of the board.
Let's see. Where is he? Where's Obi?
Yeah. So Vader's on the underneath the bridge on the other side.
Obi.
Obi,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I see him now. He's on the other side. He's on the other side of Maul.
Yeah,
Now-
he's on the top side.
Yeah, never
underneath
mind,
one of the
never mind.
gantries. I don't think
I
didn't think
lost track of Obi. He hides a lot.
he's out of hiding though, Obi.
No, I think he's back into hiding.
No, this one's out of hiding for sure. So yeah, looking at kind of debating that second attack with the other coverts at this point in time. Like I said, really kind of into the tank with a lot of this, just trying to figure out where they want to go with it.
Right. This is the tight spot of the game. This activation can be pretty key to Grayson pulling back from that strong.
That strong open by Vader, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a very strong open by Vader into this. All right, so here comes the attack roll again by the second one.
Oh,
Looks like
Those
3
are-
strikes,
those
2
are some pretty good rolls
expertise.
from everybody.
Range attack into Vader, just a little more stats conditions on him.
Okay, so he's just trying to stack conditions onto Vader at this point in time.
Okay.
3 blocks turns into, I believe that's 4 blocks by Vader. So 2 down the tree is what it's going to end up being.
Yeah, so probably just gonna go for the pin and shove route.
Yep. So definitely not only flipping the 1 point.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, no,
we don't have the production budget for that one, but yes, that would be very nice. Yeah, it doesn't help. Izzy is speaking from his orientation because he is behind Grayson. So when he talks left to right, it's different from our left to right. So that's where I'm getting a little confused. I was like, wait, where's Obi? Oh wait, not my left, your left.
Yeah. So no, like but it works out. It works out. But yes, it would be nice to have kind of some of that going on there. So basically, yeah, he just flips the center point, which happened to be the priority point, scoring 2 plus the momentum. Looking at this, from what we can see, so he does roll. His priority gets the top point or the expertise point.
Yes,
Expertise-
not confusing at all.
Expertise is going to be the center point for him here. So basically, it's really if you can take back if you can take that point back, he's gonna end up scoring 4 again.
Right. Yeah. No. This is the interesting thing about Sabotage Showdown because you do not get to pick the objectives. It can sometimes be anybody's game, and
And he is going to go ahead and put into reserve
Yep, Obi's getting
Obi.
reserved.
And he pulls Kiadi Mundi.
Yeah.
All right, so Kiadi is going to be coming
that's
up.
That's another good flip from Kyle's side.
Correct.
Because you have the force push. You got a lot of options here.
You do have a lot of options. So Kiadi Mundi is basically right there under, like above where the garage is. So he's in a pretty good position to be able to move. And
yeah, he has access to a couple of objectives if he wants to influence them. I mean, he can even use the force push on one model, then move and attack on the other, and yeah. So it looks like he's hitting the.
He's using the
ingress.
activated ability to use the egress. Yep, to kind of bring one of them up there.
Which makes sense. No notes from me.
Nope. I mean, and basically just kind of decide what he wants to do to try and secure that center objective.
So Todd, we're talking about John Madden money. Is this where we're supposed to talk about our Patreon?
That is one way to sit there and help us sit there and get to that John Madden style coverage that you would all hope for.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting there. We don't have sports ball money. Come on now.
Right. No, but we do. We do what we can. I mean, like the fact that we're able to sit there and come out here and kind of like bring some of these games to you guys is all that really matters. I mean, I like to help try and grow the game and make it a little bit like make everyone be able to see it a little bit better and see kind of what's coming from it all.
Oh boy. Yeah, looks like we got some more dual packs floating around over here, just off screen. Oh boy.
Yeah, some of our locals coming by showing us the stuff that they've been getting and going around and having a good time with. So, pretty exciting stuff. All right, so let's see. Looking at what he's going to do here with Kiadi. Yeah, so Kiadi's going to climb.
Yep, that's what I was expecting. I mean, it's not climbing when you're a Jedi. I like to think that he just ran up the side of the maintenance bay, like with force speed. I mean, seeing the little cone head bob up and down as he's running up the building.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Come on, we gotta make it fun. We're here to have fun, right?
Yeah, I would assume we are.
Kiadi into the coverts. Coverts are exposed.
All right, so attack into the coverts with Kiadi over
and
here.
Exposed, so we're going to see... Ooh.
Exposed was a pretty good thing to do there because...
Yeah, because look at that. Ooh.
2 fails, 4 expertise.
Although again, look at that roll.
But he's got 4... The expertise is going to help quite a bit. He's got 4 expertise.
Yeah.
This should be a full tree, I believe, for Kiadi Mundi.
One would hope. But man, God's dice are still not kind of. But for that exposed, poof.
Yeah, the exposed was fantastic. I mean, because that was going to be what 3 blocks, maybe I think. So fantastic, exposed there. The ARFs coming in clutch where the ARFs come in clutch is always a good thing for them here. All right, so kind of just measuring out like what he wants to do. It looks like he's looking at he's going to get that force push off.
Ooh, looks like armor is getting pushed all the way to the edge of the table. Maybe.
Yep.
I don't know. He's still looking at options. Like, gotta see. All right. So doing the shove on. I see what
He's basically he's using his shoves to try and get in position to be able to push her, to shove, or to do his force push and just get her completely out of the game, which makes a lot of sense of what he's trying to do. Just like kind of, because armor still hasn't come up in this time through the order deck.
Kiadi one-shot coverts, gets the free force push, pushing armor further into the corner.
Yep. Yeah.
So basically just pushing armor back a little bit more, almost off camera at this point in time. Like she's right on that board edge, but has wounded the commandos.
Yeah, she's just about touching the force tokens on Grayson's side, so all the way over.
Right. Scoring for has all 4 points now.
That is
got a momentum and another momentum. So
wow.
he is right up against it. Like
That,
this is dire straits for Grayson at this point in time.
Yeah, the Vader into Cam here. Yeah, this is definitely looking tight. I'm still rooting for my Mando boys, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's looking,
well, and Bo-Katan. Can't forget about Bo-Katan.
We do love us some Bo-Katan here.
Queen of Mandalore. I don't know. Mandalore of Mandalore.
The Mandalorian of Mandalore.
The Mandalorian of Mandalore.
So he does get the. That's gonna be the top objective. It's gonna be your priority at this point in time. So yeah, got to get the top priority at this point in time. Kind of just mulling. You got Bo-Katan here, so kind of mulling over the options of what is available to do here. He's running out of options, though. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot that he's going to be able to do to flip all of these points, especially when we are in mission critical. So Kyle's going to be moving that momentum one more towards his point, no matter what. So yeah, we're going to see what happens here. He is going to put her into reserve. Okay, that makes sense that he does want to put her into reserve. Pulling Clan Kryze.
I mean, if you were going to try and pull back this game, Clan Kryze is an excellent option. Because those early shoves, I mean, I still stand by. Clan Kryze is a very decent option in terms of supports. They do just about every one. They're mobile. They've got early shoves. They're a little weak when it comes to staying alive, but now that we got Armorer, it's not so bad.
Not so bad. I mean, that's like I said, like she's so good with your force economy and everything along those lines. So basically, he's getting them moved around a little bit. Kind of just doing a little bit of a positioning game at this point in time. Kind of just seeing where he can go with everything and what kind of positions he can put himself into. So
yeah, definitely going after the top point there.
Yeah, he's going to have to flip 2 points, and he's going to have to get that priority. So the thing, I don't think he's not going to be able to get 4. But here's the other problem.
He's got to try and score 3 right now.
The problem is if he scores 3. That puts him to 0.
Oh,
that gets a momentum to both sides.
Yeah.
Mission Critical is going to put another one on. I think he's in just a kind of a bad way right now.
Hey, I like that one, Brandon. The Lady Lorian.
The Lady Lorian.
He's got to have the board. Oh yeah, we keep switching back and forth. We show you the dice and then we switch back. Like we got both screens.
Yeah, try and switch back a little bit so you can see it. So, because I know last year people were a little frustrated they weren't able to see the dice as much. So 3 blocks here. Looks like 3 down the tree is what's going to happen. Pretty solid, but I think it's still going to be able to accomplish what he wants because there's a lot of shoves with the Clan Kryze. So really going to be able to move some people off the points here. 3 damage, pin and exposed into Mundi. Couple of shoves.
Shove City.
All right, here comes attack number 2. Jeez. Well, that exposed basically leads to just 1 block.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so basically,
hopefully Kyle's getting all these rolls out of this round.
Right, so that's 6.
Dice do dice.
Yeah, they certainly do. They certainly do. 7 damage. That is a wound to Mundi.
Shove City indeed. Nope. Todd's trying to take out the mic over here.
I am trying to take out the mic.
Yes. Presumably, most of you watching, if not all of you, are not here. But if you happen to be here, we got all kinds of awesome stickers for you from Momentous Struggle. So come and say hi, or tell your friends to come and say hi.
Yeah, come if you have friends here and you want some of our little our stickers, you can by all means come and have somebody come by and grab a few.
All the goodies, including panda stickers, very important.
All right. So yeah, so basically what I was saying kind of did happen here. He went to 0. He each got a momentum.
Yeah, it's just
basically he just needs to score 2 points here or get one point and a wound. It is on the top point, which he doesn't own. He only owns the bottom. So basically at this point in time, a wound wins, or flipping a point wins.
Yeah, this is looking a little foregone.
And in reserve, he does have Obi. Does he want to go with Obi? That's kind of, I think, what he's kind of contemplating is, does he want to use Obi, or is he going to go a different route? So yeah, there are a couple different ways to go here. But if he doesn't score the 2 points or get the wound, he's kind of it's going to kind of hurt a little bit, So we'll see. We'll see what happens with everything. All right, so he does go with Shaak T in order to go ahead and take care and see what she's going to do. So that might, she's already on the point is the one thing.
Right, but he does have that one. So I mean, going over and pretty much like a force repulse.
Potentially, yeah. Potentially could work. We'll see. I mean, you got. Oh no, you're good. I think he's good because, I'm not going to say too much out loud because we are pretty close. But I have a feeling he's going to move her up on top. Yep. Yeah.
No, and then. Oof. Yeah. Whenever I see that ability. Forgetting the hat. No, but I did forget the hat. I'm sorry, Brandon. I'm sorry. I was up really late packing, and I forgot a couple things, so it's all right. I do have a baby. Oh wait, you can't see me because we're looking at the game.
All right, and there was the handshake.
There's the handshake.
Yeah.
Like
Climb, do the force repulse, and that was basically the win for you there. So that was Kyle pulling it out, winning 2 struggles to 0. So
yeah, and that is a 2-1.
2-1 or 2-0, 2-1. I mean, but he was down 1-0, so that was pretty huge, comeback for him for sure. So yeah, basically pretty excited here. Kyle definitely winning. Thank you for watching this match between Kyle Russell and Grayson. Kyle ended up pulling out the 2-1 victory. Kyle only had 4 wounds to Grayson's 5. Which was kind of a little surprising, seeing how he's running Vader 1, but it was an amazing match nonetheless. Stay tuned for more coverage from AdeptiCon and more videos here of all of those, so you can watch those individually without having to scour through all of our live feed. But again, thanks for watching. May the Force be with you.